happy Monday, all empathic sensitive souls. I am hopping on 9:15 this morning. I had the day off of work, and it's a good thing I did because I came down with this head cold. I started babysitting my nephews and niece, my great nephews and great niece. And of course, they're all in school. And the littlest one had a snotty nose and was miserable. And he has to touch and lick everything, including jumping on my pillow. You know how that goes because it's an overnight babysit. So I ended up coming down with this hack, is what it is. And boy, do I cough and cough and cough, and it is just miserable. So I slept in late. I'm taking the day to do some grocery shopping because I haven't been grocery shopping in months. Just pick up the, necessities here and there, but I never do a major haul, and today's my major haul. And then my garage door the motor decided to go kaput. So now I have to go get a new garage door opener. And the bad thing is I just ordered two of the push button thingies because they weren't working that great anymore. One totally broke and the other one was going, I don't feel like working. It's too much work. We're not going to work today. Even with battery replacement. So it was getting old and worn out. Well, apparently I should have just waited and the garage door, the motor went kaput. So that was my exciting weekend. How was your weekend? This morning I am drinking hot tea with lemon, citron, honey, all sorts of good stuff in there to help my voice. I can't hear very well. My ears are totally plugged. I don't know what is going on with that. I'm trying to get organized. It's really difficult when your head is all stuffy and you can't really hear or see or think, and then you have a coughing fit on top of it. So I'm trying to pop a card out here, and it is just not popping. How was everyone's weekend? We had some gorgeous weather here, and then we had some very scary weather here. In fact, the eldest came running in the bedroom and hopped up on the bunk bed because my niece has two bedrooms and one big room, so the little guy and the daughter sleep in her room on bunk beds. You got to do what you got to do. Not everybody is multimillionaires and can afford a 10-bedroom house with 42 bathrooms. So we make do, right? That's what we have to do, especially in the economy in this day and age where it's crazy. And gas is now over $3 a gallon again, and it's just going to continue to go up, which means the food prices are going to go up, which means everybody's going to struggle even more. So, instead of thinking on all that stuff, we're going to focus on the positive stuff. It was a gorgeous weekend. The weather was great, except for, was it Saturday night or Sunday night? Friday night when the storm went through, and I tell you, that thunder cracked right above the house. The whole house shook. Everybody shot up, except for the great niece. She snores away. I'm like, how can you sleep through that noise? Didn't bother her one bit. But everybody, we survived. We done good. Everybody, oh, finally one popped out. I know we've had this card before. It's the listening card. And I'm having a hard time listening because, again, I can't hear. My ears are even plugged. And I don't know why, but they just are. An open heart will hear the message. Are you feeling that you're not being heard? Boy, does that happen a lot at work, doesn't it? That perhaps your needs aren't valid, that your song will go unsung. Are you listening? Now is the time to bring your message to the world. Speak up. It's time for your voice to resound throughout your sphere of influence. So this is telling us that if we have something to say, now's the time to say it. At this moment, or this is a moment to say what you mean and ask for what you want. The listening card has another meaning too. It also asks you if you're refusing to listen to someone else, preferring to hear what you want instead of what is being said. How many people are guilty of that? This is a time to get out of denial. This card always brings freedom if you heed the advice. Are you listening? Are you listening to yourself? Now that's a good one, because if we have the negative commentary running in our head, and it's so easy for us to go negative because for some reason our brains are programmed that way. and to reprogram our brains to be happy, think positive. It's a struggle and it is hard, but we can do it. Every morning I say my positive affirmations. It's a good day to have a good day. I am safe. We've got this. I can do this. I'm amazing. Now, does it hold through the entire day, especially when I'm at work and the environment is very negative? That's a good word. It's hard. But I come back to my office, which for me is my sanctuary. I have my set of crystals up that provide me with joy because I love looking at them. I have a live green plant. I had to move away from the windows because this winter it got so stinking cold. Even my heater, I was freezing, and the plant started to turn a little brown on the lower leaves. So I had to move it across the room so I don't get to see it up close anymore. But I see it every time I walk in my office. So the little things that bring me joy and make me happy. The sun shining in the office, actually, I prefer gloomy days because the sun glares me in the eyeballs and then I can't see anything. Even with the shades pulled, it's still very bright. But don't get me wrong, I enjoy having a beautiful sunny day. I just prefer not to be at work when they occur. Are you listening to yourself? Are you listening to what your body needs? Are you listening to what you need in order to feel safe and secure? I was discussing this last night with the girlfriend, and my house is messy because attention deficit, if I don't see it, it's not in my world. So I set things out and then I forget to put them away. But if I put them away, I forget that I have them. So it's kind of a catch-22. So I have a lot of clutter. Excuse me. And she goes, well, a cluttered house means a cluttered mind. Yes. Yes, it does. Do I feel better when I clean it up? Yes, I do. Does it stay that way? No, it doesn't. Because again, I want ease of access. My frying pan always sits out on my stove. My Instapot is sitting on the stove. My toaster oven is always on the counter. Everything is in its designated spot. Now, when I go grocery shopping and I have to put my canned goods away, a lot of times they'll sit on the floor in front of the pantry because I know what's in that bag and I know what's there and I know where it's at. So I can find it quickly instead of rifling through the cabinet looking for it. I know, it's crazy. But that's the way my brain works. And trying to get out of the stuck feeling, trying to get out of the fight, flight, freeze mode that most of us had been in the majority of our lives, because as empaths, that's what happens to us as kids, and we continue to run that program. Now, to switch up the program takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of, guess what? Listening to yourself. It takes a lot of listening to positive affirmations, you speaking positive affirmations to yourself. As an intuitive emotional healer, I went through an EFT tapping session, first one ever, and this is what created me as I'm trying to be an intuitive emotional healer, as I'm trying to help other women move forward in their life, is I was the queen of negative self-talk. And boy, did I listen to myself. Every word I spoke, I'd do it in the car driving, and I'd get to wherever I was going, and I was a sobbing, bawling mess because I was psychologically damaging my own self, because it's whatever we heard as kids and throughout our lives, every negative thing. None of the positive stuff would stick in my head, but all the negative stuff. I'm worthless. I'm lazy. I don't know anything. I'm not very smart. I have all these health issues, on and on and on and on. And is any of that true? No. Am I fluffy? Yeah. But this is my armor. Just saying. Layers of fat can stop a bullet. Just saying. I'm wearing armor. Is it healthy? Probably not. Am I going to die of obesity in itself? No. It'll be complications from it. But I'm working on it. And that's the point. You have to listen to your body, listen to yourself, and start working on it. And the first component of that is your mental health, your emotional health. And I went through an EFT tapping session, and a girl was practicing, and she says, "Hey, can I practice this on you?" And I'm like, "Sure." I said, "Well," I said, "I'm the queen of negative self-talk." I said, it's horrible." We did one round. 45 minutes is all it took. The next night I had to go to the chiropractor, and I get in the car and I drive to the chiropractor. 40-minute drive, and I get there and I get out, go to the chiropractor, come back in. I stopped at the gas station to get my whatever. What did I used to get? I used to get a nice coffee. That's what it was for the drive home. And I about drove off the road when I was almost home because it dawned on me that was the first time in probably 3 decades that I did not berate myself with negative self-talk. I was stunned. And that's what made me become the intuitive emotional healer and help women free themselves from being stuck in whatever emotional cycle or pattern that you're in. Listening. I'm a very good listener at what other people are going through. And sometimes it's just you need someone to hear you. And then you need to flip the script and you need to hear yourself. And you need to flip the script on what you're telling yourself. You listen. Your body doesn't know if it's negative or positive by the words. It just responds in kind. So if, like they did the study with plants, you talk to your plants and they bloom and flourish and whatever. If you're negative to your plants, they wither and die. Same way with the human body. So if you want to work on listening, you want someone to listen to you, you want to work on moving forward and letting go of whatever patterns you're stuck in, let me know. Drop a comment, send me an email, connect with me. We'll see if we can work together and get you past this negative self-talk, if that's what it is, the feeling less than, well, I can't do that. Well, why can't you? Well, they've always told me I can't. Well, who's the they? And why does their opinion matter? There's all sorts of tips and tricks that we can do to help you move forward. Is it a one and done? On some things, it can be. On the negative self-talk, for me, it was. Once in a blue moon, I start going down that path, but then I realize what I'm doing, and I flip the script. I'm not going down there. I'm not living that way anymore. And that is a conscious effort. That's a thought that, no, I'm not doing that. We're going to flip it, and we're going to talk positive. And I go to my old routine. I am safe. I am happy. I am secure. I am healthy, wealthy, and wise. I've got this. I can do it. It's a great day for a great day. If this helps you, put a comment. Say, yes, this is wonderful. I can't, the comments don't come up on Facebook anymore. I'm not quite sure what's going on in these lives. At any rate, I hope that you all have a fantastic week. I'm going to work on healing my head cold. It's nasty. Whatever this stuff is, it starts out a little bit allergies because I was already a little snuffy. And then, of course, I hit the kids and, they got me back. Oh, my God. You spend time with them and, they got to lick everything. I swear they do. Kids. At any rate, have a great week, everyone. I will hop back in on Friday. Hopefully my voice will be better. Hopefully I can hear because my ears are plugged. And we'll have a fantastic week. If you are in the storm's path, because there's a lot of them coming up this week, sending prayers to those that went through it over the weekend. And stay safe for the ones that are coming up. Have a plan in place. Have your safe zone ready and stocked. And as you never know what this world is going crazy. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.